Okay. Let's accept a tour, shall we? Damn it. Has anyone ever heard of this Valvorix person who's in chat? It's just, I don't know. Sounds familiar. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherites. It's right here. I'll show you the Nexus arcade first. Hello, May. I mean, that's normal in here. None of them let you choose stuff. This isn't Tor. It's like the only game that lets you do that. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological convenience. You can find everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast. This arcade makes it possible to acquire what you need in one centralized location. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Everything's powered by souls here. And electric energy. They convert lightning energy to wind to fly, fire to produce light and heat, and self-heating cups. And you can drink cold if you convert to ice instead. Yeah, our vending machines do that. What's more, multiple energies can be combined to produce some clever effects. For example, air and wind, while projecting light and whitening, can change your appearance. It's a little scary what you can do with electro. If such a material existed in our world, I'm sure everyone would be fighting over it. Shop over here. What does it sell? I dare say you'll find it interesting. Oh, really? Do they sell that there? Because I have a great many of interests in that. Crafting quest. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose something and I'll purchase it. Okay, so we can eat. Pink hexagons, liquid in a pouch, rectangular bar, hexagon patterned bag, or black and yellow tin. Synthetic fruit pellets. They're our best approximation of the texture and taste of grapes. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Gotta say, crystal grapes there. Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. It's a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and stays fresh for over 10 years. Jesus. Ah, yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff. Here's cultivated steak. Not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a slight bit more affordable. This particular product is known as the Gold Label. It's a hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. And this is, of course, a meal bar. All the nutrition your body needs into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Yeah, this is all horrifying. I'm gonna go with grapes. Gotta go with grapes. They're all very tempting. I'm gonna have the steak. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. So would you mind sampling your selections here now? It's been a long time since we had new customers, and I'd love to see your reactions. Sure. Great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture. Let's dig in. Ugh. Look, animating food, they can only do that once per expansion. I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like real meat, and the spice gives it the right amount of kick. I could eat this all day. Don't mind them, they're just happy to see your honest reaction. How about you? The grapes were... interesting. It's always such a pleasure. Thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tuliolo first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. And then we murdered them all for souls! Evil. Evil. Alright, what about you, Sphene? Aren't you having something to eat too? No, I'm a robot. Seriously. Alright, what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? No, see, I'm a robot. We don't eat. Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you. What else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. Favorite food. Delicious souls. And hair gel. She just chugs it. Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive. You're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you needn't laugh about it. What the hell is that? Favorite food? That's a question I may never be able to answer. 'Cause she's a robot! Let's just get Dorothy in here. She couldn't do a worse job. Why would you waggle your ears at me, Giga? Why would you do this? I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Next, I'll show you the residential section. It's a visitation, to be precise. I believe it'll be educational for you as well. Would you mind accompanying me? Not at all. You know, game, you've done this like 1,000 times across 3 expansions. I know what an escort quest is! God damn it! Who's the actual gear vendor, by the way? I'm guessing it's this one over here. The one that has nobody buy it, which makes perfect sense. That's going to be in the middle. Okay. Based on context clues, I'm guessing it'll be someone right about here. Do I have that title? These are extraordinarily Oh, yep, there it is. Honest Gillionaire. I don't serve your kind around here. This is Mosaic, a cafe. You can buy drinks that you enjoy while you relax. In Toliolo, we have an establishment called... Yeah, that's Seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, our races are named for stones. Hewn, who resembles Tonawata, tall and graceful Eldite, diminutive and affable Milala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? We must introduce Fiend to tacos. She needs to know what tacos are. I think so, Rax, but I don't admittedly know, since Alexander literally has wings, so it could just be, you know, unintentional. Really, Wolfster? Oh. Thank you very, very much, Beshatun. Nope, that's wrong. Behishtun. Thank you for your support. Thank you for lurking, and thank you for your donation. If you don't know, but you probably are aware, you can actually put that towards up to 3 future streams for increasing interest if you would like to. As for the ending of this expansion, I'm kind of curious what they're going to be doing with it too. I don't know, we'll see. I'm still kind of iffy on all this. Although I do firmly agree that this is 2 expansions smashed into each other. I mean, it's pretty obvious, honestly. Here we are. These buildings where our citizens live. So each one's bigger than the palace. They have to be. Just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. They're on the 914. Yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints about the first part, which is extremely expected, but honestly still a little disappointing. But then again, I've been pretty positive about the first part, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask that. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. What does this machine do? A concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they'd be glad to assist. This is a level 97 quest. We're well over the halfway point at this point. My mother and son live here. How many hours? Actually, I have a number for you, Electric Fan. Although that's doing everything. I'm gonna have to calculate it manually, though. That's also doing everything with a flying mount and knowing what I'm doing. So that's 128, 72, 82, 98, 154. So, not counting Dawntrail, it's 534 hours for me to get through ARR through Endwalker. Obviously, I don't know how long this one is. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today, is that alright? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please make yourself at home. That is doing every side quest, and every primary optional quest, and all the MSQ, and all the dungeons, all the raids. Although even those all have asterisks. The thing, though, you have to admit, you have to remember, I was also being rather fastidious about things, and I was using a flying mount everywhere, constantly, to speed it up. So that number might actually be a little low. There's been no change, but symptoms are thankfully mild today. Oh yeah, I'm also reading aloud, because there's lack of voice acting, so that's a thing. Hello, Milos, have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers paralysis, he cannot walk, and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. This fiend visits often, does she? She does. Milo simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. Jesus Christ. Permanent paralysis. Yeah, it's okay. We literally do have a solution for etheric imbalance towards a single element. You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. Glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? Is there nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who met with an accident, they cannot reverse the age of old age and illness for some strange reason. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been able to find it. You're born in an etheric wave of death. Of course you have excessive lightning. The cause is quite clear. The excessive lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically this last 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? Nothing. I'm just dropping more hints for people not paying attention. Thank you, Queen Sphere. My total WoW playtime? It's harder to calculate my WoW playtime. I would have to go through each character individually and calculate each character's playtime, then add them all together. It is a little bit easier in 14 because there's only one character I play in 14. I would just say, sure, and that's about it. Okay, so my playtime is 120 days, 10 hours, and 17 minutes on this character. Yeah, I have a lot more than 7 characters in WoW. I have more than 20 characters in WoW. My thanks for accompanying me. The illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day. Yeah. Oh, that's much weirder. We'll just know. Now let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to. Citizens will look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to. Please don't worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. Okay. What? Sorry about the noises. My sister has decided to start texting me. You're also about to hear some music. I apologize. Bad design, Pillars of Snow. Ignore that music. It's not there. It's not there. Here we are. Resolution. The operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's more of a show than tell, so let's proceed inside. Okay. Wait, it hasn't loaded yet. No! It's taking so long to load. Oh, no wonder. I'm at the anniversary event.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits.
Well, that's gross.
Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes appreciation.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world.
Thanks, Asians.
According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before.
Vibranium.
Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing.
That's what we all think, yes, Wolster.
The ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblum committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Yeah, there's your Lindblom effect. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's an umbral calamity. Clearly and obviously. I bet you money the Ascians gave them the weapon.
You know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name.
That's not... Okay.
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope.
We didn't deny ourselves hope, lady. You did that.
I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again.
Yeah, and it's killing Zululja. Can we go kill this jackass?
We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
Spoilers. He did not.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we?
That is not the music that should be playing for this scene. Oh my god.
Right. I believe we visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
Why?
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamulja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
We're trying really hard to reach out to someone who is almost assuredly the final boss of this expansion.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
And she's not going to say it. She's not going to spit it out. Right now. Right now. Come on. Come on. Yep.
What is it?
I hate you. I hate you.
Actually, never mind. It's
God
nothing
damn
of
it.
the sort. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course.
I get it, but god damn it, game. Don't tease me like that. Don't do that.
For the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, Perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
But I'm the final boss, so you're gonna have to kill me. And we're just glaring at her like, yep, uh-huh. I like to think that we actually did. You know. Like,
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path.
well,
Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
there is something I don't know yet. There's a chunk, right? There's a chunk of information I'm lacking here, because her statements actually don't make sense with what we know right now. Even with my presumption about her being correct, that she's a bot or an AI or something like that, then why does she not have admin access to her own system? Right? Why was she so desperately in need of the Jewel Jar, whatever the stupid name is? Like, what possible benefit did he provide to her that she is now slaved to him? That's a good question, a little bit like. Because people don't turn off their automatic sprinkler systems. I mean, don't answer me, by all means. I don't want you to answer me. It's just, as of right now, I think I've got a fairly decent amount of this figured out, except her. She's obviously the final boss. It's so obvious. But what I can't figure out is why. There's a hole there. Not necessarily a plot hole, just an information hole. I'm about halfway through my characters, consequently. No. Keep it to yourself. No offense. Sorry, I don't mean that to sound like, shut up, Luke. I don't want to hear your voice and nations. Or no, I don't want anyone to jump in on that. Yes, voicinations. It's a new sub-branch of struminations and ruminations. Let's see. Ah! It's Lavos! It was always Lavos. Okay, that was our first 98 quest. We're getting there. Riddle me this. Is there a dungeon and or raid coming soonish? Like tonight, soonish. I figured. That changes my strategy a little bit. That's why I'm asking. I know Fife really wants to be there for that raid. And I don't remember if anybody else has expressed such an interest because I'm stupid. Who in the hell is that? The good news is I'm class agnostic at this point. I can take whatever is needed. We just finished the tour quest. That's a resemblance to Zeralja? Really? How could you tell? Yep, let's chase after a child in a foreign city. That's technically an alien city. And an enemy city. This is a good idea. And yeah, if you're going to join, you need to be on the Discord. I don't know why, although I actually have a suspicion. Time to pursue that small child through the city streets. Get back here! Oh, I hate those children. Is it true, though? Not sure what I'm looking at, but it seems lively. Those aren't fans. Those are speakers. The building's the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. What? What? I didn't see you there. Hi. Listen, we don't mean to do any harm. We just want to talk. Join us or die. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Maybe they're trying to get us somewhere? Is that the way of it? Do you want us to follow you? Okay. Did you know that this exact same thing that's been a thing for 7 billion years is a thing that's still a thing? You're also outpacing the small child, which I suppose makes sense. Nice place. Oh god. Oh god. I never thought I'd meet you here again, Maverick. Time we settle the score. Is this where you wanted to bring us? Welcome to Valhalla. What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. No, this is a place where you go get drunk. Hey, what's your name? Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Not inclined to talk. We'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. How old is Wook Lamont? Like, can she drink? Thanks, but no thanks. You're supposed to meet a friend. We ran to the child and he led us here. Ah, you're with her. See you around Archeonville. In that case, go have a chat with Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. I'm not that kind of elf. Oh my god. This is taking a turn for the strange. Do you think we're walking into a trap? Yes. Am I concerned about it? Not particularly. Geez, there's a bunch of people here from far now. Listen, I'm not into alcohol. You guys, y'all drink. Wait, seriously, FML word? That's funny. Scales of blue, whoever was asking about the question wrong. You go ahead, Lore. Whatever happens there, you won't be caught by surprise, is what she just said.
Wonderful! They're here!
Hi.
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of Preservation at one point. But they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
Holy crap, we might actually remember that Corral's a character.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryle. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations.
Well, that's a bit of a leap.
Because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude Preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Are we not going to scan what's in the data storage device, though?
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring.
Thank you.
I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Something that might involve shooting something.
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
I was actually thinking the same thing, Maverick. It's like, do you have an air-gapped computer you can hook this into somewhere?
I've buggered it up again!
And don't let him look at it.
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shale.
Ironville. Hi, Geralt. So, Ross, you there? Better you than me. It's okay, I'm used to dealing with Ross. With Geralt at this point. So what do you think my playtime is in WoW? Keep in mind, this is my second account. Seldom does one see Kral so openly impassioned. As her comrade, I will do my best to support her. She already extracted the data, at long last a clue. Apologies, I need to review the information. 25,000 hours? Jesus Christ. No. Odd. 25,000 hours. Does anybody have that much playtime on anything, ever? I feel for you. While Geralt is Genalt is a brilliant adapter. It's as if he's stuck in full volume. Have you seen him before? No. Yeah, that's a long time. Anyways, the actual answer is 16,224 hours, or 676 days. That doesn't include vanilla at all, for reference. Yeah, the other account is long since gone. Deleted and destroyed. Yep, you're Geralt. I get it. You actually have 17,000 hours in FF14. So, to be clear about how much I find that insane, that 16,000 hours is about 28-ish years of playtime. In fact, hang on. Give me a second. I'll look up the exact amount of playtime it is. 2007. So that's 17. That is 17 years of played time, which also happens to cross an entire lore run of the entire game up to Legion. How in the hell have you surpassed that amount in such a smaller period of time? Never mind. Don't ask. I don't want to know. No offense, you're just incredibly insane, Andre. God damn. Yeah, by the way, WoW isn't like FF14. If you idle in WoW, it kicks you out. First it kicks you out of the character, then it kicks you out of the character select screen. Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines. How dare you suggest I send away with you? Got a voucher? Yeah, here you go. Oh, that would be awful. Rain 36. Oh. So do it, game. Thanks for the energy drink. So this is my life now. I just look like this now. Man. There we go. Oh, it went away. Yeah, I'm actually not sure how many hours I have on my current main. But it's 44 days, whatever that is. Oh, goody. I'm addicted. Thanks. Thanks, Geralt. Appreciate you. A lot of people in this bar. Awakens something feral in me, transforms me into a remorseless beast that won't stop until it's done what I was born to do. And now he's building weapons. Has the relic quest started yet, and does he start it? Idle curiosity.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
Yeah, but who would bang him? Or, I mean...
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together.
Well, that's horrible.
This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Galulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own. But just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days. And where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunderyards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Galulja is Zoralja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
It's fine. His dad's not very popular anyways.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Galulja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
This is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
Oh my god.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Listen, your father's extremely evil.
I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
I guess that explains the name of the quest. It doesn't give us wings, it gives us teeth. Now to get wings, we have to do an extreme and then get very lucky. I hate random chance cosmetics, I'm just saying. Let's see. So now we search for the kid. Okay. Thank you for being part of the show. As always, Scott Kimar. Line myself up here so I can jot that down. Let's see here. Maybe run into a rock or something. Yep. Now here we are on the outside. Where do we even begin? Okay, I have supernaturally good senses, even in lore. Oh hey, we're going to the other side of the island. On the other side of the divide, or wall, or whatever the hell it is. This thing. Also getting some satisfactory vibes from the energy pylons. He is pretty pathetic, Lunarev. I can think of only one person who's a bit more pathetic than him. He caused a lot of damage. I was actually going to say Amon, but... similar setup, right? There's a bunch of people over there. Yeah, no kidding, Dylan. Oh, Amon's awful. I'm glad we got to kill him twice. Technically 3 times. You know the boy? Have you seen him? I am dead inside. Reunion! Yeah. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharp for. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Guluja. So you can come this way. Where in the world could he be? I do not know your voices. Who are you to Guluja, and why do you search for him? I'm family, though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I only just met him, and we haven't had a chance to talk properly. I said I was going to kill his father right in front of him, and he freaked out about that for some weird reason. I'm about to do something that'll make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father's your brother? That makes your... Yeah, I'm Wuklamat. I've journeyed here to bring my brother Tiralja to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Galulja may want nothing to do with me, but I'll always consider him family. I'll always be there for him. Unless he turns on me, then I'll kill him, just like I am going to do to his father. Don't worry, I'll let him grow up first, then stab. Oh, Jesus, that would be awful. Of all of the fantastic Blizzard villains we've had over the years, let's pair up Ultima with Amon. God. So they were offered a place in the palace. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us necessary supplies to make our home here. Since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. Sounds like Sphene, alright. Yep. Final boss material. I mean, is it Wuklamat? Is she the final boss? We're gonna kill Wuklamat. Be honest with me. The time to kill Wuklamat. Alright, Wookie. Time to see all that I've trained you in. And then she's got like 2 HP. She just melts in one hit. Instantly. What in God's name is that? Ah. I actually recognize that. I can't think of any off the top of my head about Overlord, but I'm sure there are some. Other than WoW. So half the town is submerged. The architecture is more Charlayan. More Alexandrian, one might say. Yep, we must hurry after him. Oh God, we're the final boss. Again! Yeah, that's the freaking starting square. It's the second playable spot of FF9, and functionally the first real playable spot. It's just missing the statue in the middle of the square. Cool. As long as I don't have to do the skip rope this time. Jump rope? Oh, that's actually a good question, Ren36. Unfortunately, the answer is whenever I'm done reviewing it. There's a point in time in Forever games at which you feel like you've seen all of the content there is to see, and you can give a fair justification and examination of the game in question. Once you reach that point, you're done. Right? The same thing with a game like Civilization, for example. Or Stellaris. Or Crusader Kings 3. Or whatever. Not the song I was expecting. And I think that's the 50th time I've said that this particular expansion. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Oh, sorry. Actually, I was expecting the theme. Oh, for God's sakes, not another one of these! Sorry. What I was actually expecting was something more along the lines of the theme of Ruined Lindblom. True, Logue. But oftentimes, especially in the older Civ games, reaching those win conditions is an exercise in futility. You functionally have seen all the game has to offer hours before you get to that point. Hey, Sturdy Reluctance, give me 1 second. I don't want to fail the escort quest here. Quickly punch it, Bolster. Right in the face. Let's see, I have no mouth, Metro Exodus, Plague, Tail, Requiem. For being part of the show, Sturdy Reluctance. How you liking Viper so far, by the way, Rex? Follow-up question. What's the highest level you've played it at? Because I was actually really bored with Viper until I hit... I don't remember the exact level, but it was above 80. And it was like, aha! It just suddenly clicked, like so many other jobs do. Oop, oop, oop. Hang on, let me actually look here. Might actually be 90 with Reawaken. So... because those are both at 75. Oh god, I actually lost him. There he is. Yeah, no, I think it is 90, because that's also... yeah, no. I think 90 is when it officially starts to really click. For me. Then at 100, it got even better. Really, Reggie? I'm surrounded by stealth on all sides. What do? I Batman out of there.
It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What's here, I wonder?
There's a little black mage doll. Aww.
So he's looking after those little ones.
Or eating them.
Gulolja.
Not another step!
What? A sentry?
Run, Gulolja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
Hi, Rusty.
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gulolja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And I want to kill your father.
And you, my boy. Do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I will deal with them forthwith.
But I want to get to know her too.
We can bond over father killing. One of my favorite pastimes.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots.
Man, you complain when I rewrite characters into a different expression of themselves. Steiner's a frickin' robot.
But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria, at your service.
You're captain of the Knights?
And you've been here for 4 frickin' centuries?
And there I thought it was Kululja with whom you wished to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
Okay.
All right, all right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
Rat burgers! With special feces sauce. Of course, I'll go get you food for you so you can make me yam and pumpkin. Okay. Oh no, woolback meat. Okay, here we go. Reggie, it's not nice to call people wind-up dolls. Rax, I'm sorry that Reggie referred to you as a wind-up Zidane. Hey, to quack. don't mean to increase the tension of the situation. You gotta say something to Crack. I can't see you if you don't say something. Oh, and I completely missed it. For that, I'll apologize. That's on me. You know what I will not apologize for is Amano sucks. Okay, we're done. I should do a YouTube video that's titled, like, in-depth, full analysis of the artwork stylings of Amano from Final Fantasy. And it's 3 seconds of me just being like, Amano sucks! And that's it. End of message. End of video. You already procured the meat. Yeah, here you go. Tis plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. Were it 400 years ago, I would have recruited you into the knights. Ha 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 ha. This is funny. We're having fun. I'm having fun. Yep. In the Old Kingdom, electrope rations were issued to each citizen, while small fragments can still be found here and there. So if you made 5 pieces, then we could convert lightning to fire, and we're good. No, it has to be as inflammatory as possible, Blateville. That's the whole point. One time I made an idle comment talking about how... Oh god, I'm trying to remember the exact phrasing I used, but essentially I said it's strange to me that they consistently use Amano for their artwork in the Final Fantasy series, considering the detachment between it and the actual sprite work. Even in that relatively neutral statement, had people jumping down my throat over disliking Amano. I mean, all of his FF7 art is probably the worst stuff he's ever produced. There's a reason nowadays he primarily just does random sketches and, of course, the logos. Perfect, Blateville. Negative to sprite work. All right. Oh, hello. Ether current. Well, I wasn't going to get all these, but since it's literally right here, I might as well. Really? I'm pretty sure Amano's a guy. I've actually never checked. I've done a weird amount of looking into his artwork, and I've actually asked professional artists what they think of his artwork. Because I hate it with a fiery passion. I think it's disgusting. I think it's abhorrent to even look at. So naturally, I'm fascinated about why, and delving into the specifics and the whys and the wherefores. I actually did the same thing with Mitsuda's musical style, if you remember. Are you done? I mean, sure, you could say art is subjective, but specifics. Especially considering so many people praise Amano for his artwork. Part of the idea is that I don't enjoy artwork that's intended to evoke non-linear and non-literal representations. Not my words. In other words, this right here, this looks like pretty art to me, the game we're looking at right now, because I'm looking at ruins of a building. By contrast, Amano would not draw ruins of a building. Amano would draw a bunch of random squiggles and then some lines and then maybe some color splotches and all that to invoke the concept of a ruins of a building. But he can't actually draw ruins of a building. Make sense? Maybe can't is the wrong word, but he chooses not to. It's the stylistic thing. It's also the, I forget the name of its style, which is based on an old and traditional Japanese art style. But yeah, no, it's abstract. He makes abstracts. Now, that's fine. I don't like that, but there's nothing wrong with making abstracts. The problem I have is that Amano then does character sketches. And they then interpret those character sketches to make the characters. And now we have a problem. Also, Terra's hair is green. Let's see, this is for wind, this is water. You can tell just like that. Clever, isn't he? I bet he gets it from his father. This converts to fire. He's literally smarter than his father. This is not a complaint, by the way, but there's so much more voice acting post Western Town. It's weird. This is the kind of thing families do, Beluja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yeah, with them and my brothers. It's mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Kwana and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, and Zeralja spoke when he was spoken to. You said you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other's my father's? No, both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings, a Mamulja with two heads. Zeralja is his true-born child, while Kwana and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less family. What matters is our hearts are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. Do you have someone like that too? A person you think is family even though they don't share the blood? That's a good question. What about you? Just passing that right along, Alize. Yeah, no, I absolutely do. First of all, we've got our father back in Heaven's Word. Second of all, how many brothers do we have at this point? And sisters and nieces. Yeah, also my adopted daughter. At least in that case, I'm banging her mother, right? So that counts as something. So why won't you tell me about yourself? You really want to know about me? But yeah. No, we're a pretty large family unit. That's not a complaint. That reminds me, we're hoping to hear your story too, Otis. Well, they were going to name me Steiner, and they decided, that's too overt. It was before lightning had altered the world I was appointed Lord Captain of the Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the Calamity, right? Indeed, earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form. 454 years ago, to be precise. Then you used to be a normal person? Oh yes, I was once flesh and blood like you, and I proudly served as Knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you're an actual person. How's that possible? Really? Yeah, the fact that the kid is Vivi didn't escape my notice either. The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, they were their Majesties the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. By then, every nation on our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electro. Thus was our kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the King and Queen amongst them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought her hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that at her behest we even took in refugees from enemy nations. Sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. There was an area citizen whose eye remains dried, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientist had successfully extracted her soul. Did you hear that? Right? Extracted her soul? Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief has always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it reality through the power of the electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure. The ultimate goal was to recreate the person as they were in life, and this required their memories be further extracted from their soul. Why is this all shocking to us? It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a gray old man. With my name's number, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as test subject for the procedure. So it was I attained this vessel, and by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that brought your people back to life... Yeah, I think we know who it is. Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. Yeah, why is this shocking? I haven't met her myself. I confess, not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Princess? Sorry. I mean, I understand that, Arspruce. I've said before that I enjoy Nomura's style, but the truth is I've seen several things that Nomura has drawn that I just absolutely despise. I've seen my queen from afar many times, but I've not had the courage to approach her. It isn't a cowardice, mind you, just concern. Yes, concern! That I would cause her undue distress. Does that mean the Queen of Alexandria isn't actually a person like you and me? Duh! Oh my god. Alize, you're not stupid. Come on! Like what? Have you ever seen his Batman picture? It's actually it's a statue, but... I was also about to say, all the FF5 and 6 enemy sprites were Nomura as well. Those are terrifying. So all this time, Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. It is admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels things and acts as that person would. In that sense, I believe they're alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees the Queen doesn't change, so they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Are there any Endless apart from yourselves? While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strictly speaking, I am not Endless. They are created using memories extracted from the soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different how? Well, I do not understand the finer points. My life is bound to the vessel. If it breaks down, it'd be over for me. Much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you agree. Endless, unchanging life, I can't be helped be reminded of Ia. Did the others know about this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Kryal and Raha. Can't help but have misgivings about this. Probably blame Tabal. I will admit, to some embarrassment, that I have a small degree of pride in my ability to spot plot twists before they come.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend! Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself?
Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kavkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
You have a regular... Jesus Christ. Guys.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Yeah, I know.
Huh? Elenespia?
Oh, wow, she recognized him.
I'm looking for Kavkiwa. Where is she?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kavkiwa?
Yeah, sorry, Aaronville.
This cannot be. The memories of the departed are taken away. No.
MSQ, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Look, this could be bad, terrible, or awful. Which flavor do you think it is? Although the mood is a tad subdued at the end, I enjoyed our repast together. We did too, Otis. To hear about the Endless was something of a shock, but we likewise enjoyed your company. Above all, I'm glad you and I could talk. We're gonna get along great, I just know it. You think so? I'm happy for you, my boy. Neapolitan. Oh, God. There's a Garnet outfit in this game? Oh, my God, there's a Steiner outfit in this game. What in the world? About Sphene, it doesn't matter if she's an Endless, whether she's alive like you or me or not. I've seen enough to know that she has a good heart, and she's definitely not the final boss. I expect there are things she can't tell us not with Zoralja watching, but at the very least, I'd like to know what the Endless are to her. Sorry, didn't mean to delay. Let's go back. That's what I'm thinking, Blade Taval. I was gonna say, that's actually, looks like a black mage hat. Still, that fits pretty well. Good lord, people. Let's go grab something really quick, because I'm not sure how the quests are gonna go. Are you allowed to enjoy video games? I thought all I was allowed to do was sit here and complain about them constantly. Speaking of which, I've decided that overall I am actually into this arc. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not into it as much as I was the first arc. The first arc was really engaging. Like, it was exactly what it needed to be, and it could have stumbled a dozen different times, and it didn't. I know that sounds like a weird thing to compliment, but it's so common that I have to say, I enjoyed such and such, asterisk. And I don't really have to say that with the first arc. With one asterisk, which is Veligramanda. So, one asterisk is pretty good for an entire story arc. This arc has been pretty decent so far. Different, but decent. I'm curious enough to see where it's going to go. Veligramanda would be an easy fix. We've even talked out how you would fix Veligramanda instantly. Just boop, lower tier threat, and we're done. Yeah, then there was the Texas arc, which was basically its own individual bridge section. I wasn't fond of that, I'm going to be very honest. I'm not even sure I gave Texas any story positives other than brickwork. But this stuff has been interesting. I actually gave 4 separate negatives to Veligramanda. That's hilarious. Cutscene, MSQ, consequence storytelling, and internal continuity. Anyways. Thanks to you, all's well with the boy. I'm relieved to hear that. And to know that he has a family who worries for him. Galulja must be glad. Yep. We're gonna try and... Oh, hello, evil one. The evil. Sphena, what are you doing here? Visiting my people. Are you doing the same, perchance? I suppose we are, yeah. Listen, we'd like to talk. Can we have a word in private? I'm sorry, if I said global, I misspoke. But I did mean national. A large-scale threat. And they did constantly emphasize how big of a deal it was. Especially in the side quests. Both before and after. Like, people were in shock when they found out that we killed the thing. It's like, what? You killed Godzilla? Well, we might not have discussed it openly. My people have surely noticed I haven't changed for hundreds of years. I've made no attempt to conceal my nature. If I may ask, though, who was it who told you about the Endless? Only a few should be familiar with the concept. I'm afraid I can't say. I bear no ill will towards this mysterious individual, lest that be your concern. I'm merely curious. Tell me, Sphene, you care for your people, that much is plain, and I assume you care for the Endless, too. Earlier in Everkeep, there was something you wanted to tell us. Was it to do with them? The Endless are as dear to me as my living citizens. They are as much my family. They can only be sustained by meeting certain exacting requirements of souls! Thus, we have managed to do so, but should more people die, I fear we'll be pushed beyond our limit. Their preservation demands vast amounts of energy. And souls! Energy? Is there something we can do to help? Yes, actually. Would you be willing to become Alexandrian citizens? What? I have a people, my people to protect. I can't just become Alexandrian. Indeed, I suppose you cannot. First you tell me be peace, then you tell us to go home. What is it you want? The same as you, to protect my people. At all costs. Is there something only Zoralja can do? That I cannot say. I do not ask you that you understand or like me, but I wish... I wish we had been born on the same side of it. Yep, time to kill her. Time to kill Sphene. I'm ready. Oh, I think we've kept everyone along. Let's go on to the Everkeep. Okay. Let's not tell Otis about our conversation. I don't want to risk causing him pain. Yeah, I'm actually primarily a streamer. Stimulant. Rather, I love the name. Hi. God, I've been streaming for a long time now. Wook is definitely shown in protag material. For good and for bad. A lot has happened, but the important thing is Galuja is safe and well. Whoops, wrong document.
Why don't you come with us? You might get to see Sphene.
Ah, 'tis a magnanimous and much appreciated offer, but I must decline. A part of me longs for an audience with Her Majesty, it is true. Yet, though it be in my previous life, I failed to protect my queen. I couldn't bear to show my face before her. And such an uncomely one besides.
All right. If that's how you feel, we won't force you. But rest assured, we'll visit with Galuja, and we hope you'll cook for us again.
It would be my pleasure. You are welcome to bring other comrades should you so desire. The more the merrier.
Actually, no.
I've been looking all over for you!
Although, I'm biased because Sildir nailed it.
Nostalgia, was it? What's the matter?
It's Zoralja. He marches to Vanguard.
So he's done waiting. But why weren't we alerted sooner?
Our transmissions are being jammed. The lookouts couldn't get through to us.
Only one person would give me jam.
Wayakwe is at Vanguard too, but I can't reach her. What are we to do?
Stay calm. Kafkiwa has yet to be alerted, yes? Take her to the back room as fast as you can.
Our link pearls may still work. I'll try contacting those in Tuliolo.
Otis, I need you to keep Galuja safe.
You needn't ask.
I want to go with you.
Kid.
Absolutely not. A battle's no place for you.
And you don't even have the sword tech thing. Mage sword?
Kululja, the people of the outskirts must be evacuated. For this crucial task, I require your assistance. Remember, when battle is at hand, anything can happen. Caution is as valuable as any blade.
Yes, sir.
That's a good point. He's too old to be a character in a party.
I managed to get hold of Alphano. He'll inform Kona.
Good. How's the situation in Tulichola?
There's nothing to worry about, or so my brother assured me. With such short notice, though, I doubt they'll be fully prepared.
They'll be ready, I'm sure of it. The vow of reason is not to be underestimated. I'm coming, Soralja. And we will finish this once and for all.
Meanwhile, Captain Tuyolo being just completely overrun. On speaking with this, several cutscenes will play in sequence. I'm going to AFK very briefly, then I will be right back. Okay. What the hell? No, I saw Shadow Machine. Before we get going, I have a request. Can you please hit the clicker? When we confront Zoralja, let me face him alone. You're an idiot. We have two priorities. First is hold him within the dome. The second is to free her if she's captured. Okay. Well, Wuklamat's about to die. Come on, lady. Oh, now she's gonna go after the regulator. Jesus. I do not believe in you. I'm with Alize. If you start struggling, we're gonna step in.
Zorolja!
Hello.
You disappoint me, Uklamat. We are foes, yet you had my admiration for defeating Father and claiming the throne. But instead of coming for me, you gallivant with the resistance. Do I intimidate you?
I am here, brother. I did not run, nor hide. I have come to kill you. Let her go. Your quarrel is with me.
And will you settle it one-on-one? Or call upon all and sundry yet again?
You're one to talk, Mr. Soul Chip.
Not that it would make any difference.
Yeah, cope harder, buddy.
No. Like Papa did, I'll face you alone.
Really? You believe you stand a chance? Have you forgotten how it ended with Father?
Yeah, you cheated, remember?
Remember, you couldn't win without relying on other people's souls. Alone, I may be weak, but so are you.
So be it. Do not regret your decision. Release her.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought I was done for.
You don't!
Why even... Okay. Like, he really is just that petty, isn't he?
Had you let her die, you could have dealt me a telling blow. Your compassion will be the end of you.
I'm not letting anyone else die.
Of course, he's a DPS and she's a tank.
And you will never surpass Papa.
It's true.
But I have. With these very hands, I slew him.
His body may be gone, but his spirit lives on in us.
The Yokui's delusion is catching, I see.
It's no delusion. Papa's love for Tulihiola gives me strength even now. Ah! Come, let's get this over with. For my people and Sfiend's.
How gullible you are! All of this is Fiend's doing. Her objective is to harvest all life outside the barrier. Our interests happen to align, hence our alliance.
Lore shock.
Liar! Sfiend would never do that!
The King of Resolve speaks the truth.
How did she...
Sfiend, we're in the middle of something here.
The attack on Taral was no less my desire than Zoralja's.
You said you wanted none of this. It was a farce from the very start.
Yes, I used you.
So it was all just a lie then? What you said about loving your people as family? About wanting to see them smile?
I do this for them. For what it's worth, I'm sorry I deceived you, but I had no choice. If I'm to save my people, I must take the lives of yours.
And there's the Terran thing.
Behold, Wuklamat, the benevolent Queen's Fiend. An illusion that orchestrated a massacre.
Endless, or machine, or whatever you are now, you bear the memories of the person you once were. You should still have a heart. When you speak of slaughtering my people, do you feel nothing?
Nothing is dearer to me than my people. It matters not whether they are living or endless. As Queen, I will do anything to protect them. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
I mean, I've managed it a couple of times.
What exactly do you seek to do? What are you protecting your people from?
You waste your words. There is no turning back. Is this the strength that the love of Tuliyola lends you? A weak ruler walks a path of ruin. Tell me, which of us is worthy of their throne?
I already know. It will never be you! As long as you think only of yourself, you'll never be worthy. You'll never surpass Father or me!
Nice hit.
You can't rely on souls anymore. It's over.
Don't think you've won yet. Oh no, far from it. Give the order to the fleet. Raise Tuliyola to the ground and harvest every last soul! It is over. For Tuliyola, your works, your people, all will be ash before the day is done.
This guy's just the villain from Star Trek Beyond.
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I'm not the only Dawn's servant.
Yep, and the only strategy he knows is A move. You know, I wouldn't exactly call myself a brain genius, but even I can do more than a move, buddy.
They're coming!
Well, come on then, you 10 bastards.
Time for Texas to join the fight.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're enjoying yourself.
I'm Head Sauro. Nothing gets a hunter's blood pumping like a little danger.
Well now, it seems we have that in common. I haven't felt this alive in a good while.
Didn't we just do that whole... Never mind.
The spirit. We promised Valcona we deliver him a mountain of scrap, and I'm not about to let these hollow men make a liar out of me.
Oh, hey, Estinian. You want in on this?
The ones below are yours.
You got it. Wait, what do you mean below?
Yeah, no, this is... So, several of you have told me things like this before. I don't think I wasn't paying attention. But several people have mentioned that this isn't actually a world-ending threat.
Don't see that every day.
And, yeah, a local militia taking out these troops, that's pathetic. For the troops, I mean. They have a tremendous advantage of tech and material and manpower, and they're losing. Y'all suck. And air power. They have honest-to-God airships.
Hardly sporting, and this despite our best efforts to thin the enemy ranks. While it's not quite what we had planned, I'm glad we chose to remain in Tural.
Yeah, for once I'm not... Oh, sorry.
It was an unexpected but welcome opportunity to join in the defense of this realm. And to his credit, Kona did ask very nicely. Still, it's a pity his brother had to delay our pleasure jaunt. But business always comes first.
Anyways, so yeah, no, I'm not complaining. This actually makes perfect sense. This is a moron squandering an advantage. I mean, he's never been smart. He's been a good fighter, never a good tactician, right? History is rife with people who had tremendous advantage and just ruined it because they themselves were that terrible at using it. Yeah, he's a brute. He's a brute.
Damn it! Come no closer, you bastards!
There's my boy! I am so amused at how much my opinion on him has shifted. And I was about to bring that up too, Pillars of Snow. The last time... Oh, sorry.
That was a near thing. Are you alright? You...
Save your life. Yes, I know. Don't squander it.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to my rescue. Bakul Jaja. Thank you.
Oh, still rings odd in my ears. The thank yous.
Better get used to it.
But I could get used to it.
Dude. Like Pillars of Snow said, I was gonna comment. It's really telling
Not done yet.
that the only way that Taralja's forces were able to do anything was when it was a sneak attack. A sneak attack can be absolutely devastating if you don't know an attack's coming, right? The moment that they were even remotely prepared, we're just crushing them. These people barely have a military, and they're crushing them.
What of that monstrosity and its escort? If they start bombarding us with cannon fire, we'll have no means of fighting back.
Idiot.
Worry not. We have a countermeasure.
I do like this scene. Hey!
Bleeding dragon!
I have an army. Yeah, we have a dragon. I'm not even involved yet. I'm just sitting back there eating popcorn. Thanks, Vitra. No, yeah, I remember, Rex. You're not the only one who said that, too. These people would be crushed like a bug.
Navigator's name is it doing here?
Tuliolol has entered into an alliance with Rads at Han. A wise and timely decision on Valkona's part.
Yeah, that's game. You might want to move. Ah, sorry, too late. I was about to say, dragons have literally fought airships.
Right in the nick. Tuliolol shall never forget this debt.
I was going to say, Rads at Han is already connected to Garlemald, which is connected to Charlane, which is connected to Eorzea. Tuliolol just got grabbed into the...
Hold out, Lamachi.
Into the network, right?
So keep your eyes forward. And do what only you can do. Finish this. And return home, safe and sound.
Yeah, no kidding, Rax. Good thing there aren't any other worlds out there. So how's your A move going, buddy?
Report from the fleet. The enemy has offered unexpected resistance. We've been forced to withdraw.
Aw, I'm so sorry.
Useless. All of you.
You're the leader, buddy. This is literally on you. Of course he would. Jesus Christ, this guy. Yeah, Belgium just attacked Germany.
Your Majesty.
And is finding out.
Enough of this! Enough! You swore you wouldn't harm my people!
Out of my way!
You gone mad!
He was born that way.
The army fails in its duty. It is the charge of the King of Resolve to clean up its mess. To achieve victory by any means necessary.
Oh, okay. So, there's this concept called the One-Winged Angel.
Initiate court blood.
So, he's the boss.
Execute all civilians and commandeer their souls.
Yep.
No!
Damn you!
Stop!
What?
Please, Father, stop!
Kululcha! I told you not to come!
Kululcha.
You must flee, Kululja! It isn't safe!
I'm not going anywhere! I have to stop my father!
Oh, there, buddy.
I'm not your father.
Let him go!
Using a child as a shield. Have you no shame?
Release him at once, or you shall answer to me!
Pitiful relic. Kneel before your king.
Otis? What's wrong?
He's a robot.
Find me at the top of Everkeep. There, we will determine who is fit to rule.
I must protect them.
Did she just burn them out doing that? Hi. Okay. Your progress through battle will be saved at certain point. Hit mission checkpoints? In my FF14? Get out of here. I mean, killing people slowly is satisfying, but no, I'm too pragmatic. Someone like Dawntrail, you just snap them out. That's it. Done. And, by the way, this is why. Anybody who would recklessly attack civilians in general, never mind their own civilians, they need to die instantly and without hesitation.
I have no more use for you. Be gone.
Father, wait! Father! Otis, Hamachi, you have to stop him. You have to.
Oh, I will. Probably not before he goes One-Winged Angel.
What have you done?
I don't know, what did you do, Sphene?
Sphene, can't you order them to stand down?
The King of Resolve holds military authority. I cannot overrule his commands.
Yeah, aren't you harvesting souls? You're literally at a net loss here.
Can do, then do it! Your crimes are beyond forgiveness, but your people are innocent.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to. I hope you don't mind if I obliterate your army. I've been enjoying the... I've run out of popcorn. I'm out of popcorn.
You all, and still...
The talk can wait. When you said that you wanted to protect your people, I trust you weren't lying.
Of course not! There's nothing I wouldn't do for them!
Then let's split up and get to work.
Yeah.
Do what you can do.
Sorry, I was here to kick ass and eat popcorn, and I'm out of popcorn. So...
Please, everyone! Lend me your strength!
I mean, honestly, probably Blades of All.
Right. Let's deal with these ones first.
That's it. Group up, group bug, come on. Group bug, group bug. Yeah, Corn Servant, I need more popcorn. Won't that stop you from saving them all?
We can save.
Oh, yeah.
We keep moving.
Put it on the fire for me. Honestly, I kinda wish these were lower level, yeah. Like, literally, just let us run over these. We're going to have a dungeon after this, right? If you want a challenge, put it in the dungeon. Let us have our fun.
Fiends too! Damn you, Zoraja!
It's up to us to stop them!
Look, I've long ago accepted that dungeons and raids are where the gameplay is. That's just realism at this point. I suppose I am kind of running over them. Of them even more.
You're safe now. Be at ease.
Clear the way. Get out of here. Hey, Sphene, you might be a terrible queen. Just as a heads up. That's true, I'm also tanking. That would be cool, little Billy. I'm always, well, I'm always in favor of optional hard mode stuff. Not my fault that Paladin is just kind of awesome at 100 or whatever. 98. It's actually much more awesome at 100. Or it's just one additional ability. Yeah, but it hits like a freaking truck. Pretty much, it's not even quite every minute because of the way it works. It takes so long to push through the whole combo that by the time you finish it, you've got a good 30 seconds left on it. So every 30 seconds, you can just destroy something.
Looks like that does it for this area.
Correct, Rex. It's also an off-global cooldown ability. So it's like you finish the combo and then instantly, right in the face.
There are still civilians on Trueview.
Well,
Oh, nice. But it was a snow.
let's divide into 2 groups.
Yeah, you missed Sal there.
Kryl, Rahal, please stay here and render aid. The rest of us will go and deal with the machines.
All right. Otis, you've got to wake up.
I know you're still in there somewhere.
Otis.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers. Sorry, give me a sec. I wanted to finish typing up my thoughts. For triple positive. It's actually technically a quad positive, but whatever. That was a really good cutscene. It was visual storytelling. It was cool, like, regardless. It made perfect sense in lore. It had the awesome moment of Vitra showing up. It showed just how pathetic these people really are. Like, oh, that was great. That was great. I suppose I should take this seriously. They're actually doing some damage to me, and I don't have a healer. I do too, little Billy. Like, we spent a lot of time essentially meandering. As much as I just gave 4 pluses, I'd like to argue for a negative. There's a little bit of, well, meandering, for lack of a better way to put it.
Otis, don't you recognize us?
First formation! Show them a knight's valor!
What do y'all think? So there's the first attack, right? Now, I had my own issues with that attack, but immediately after the first attack, we, like, there was some good surreality there, but then we just kind of meandered for, honestly, a while.
Second formation!
And then the second cutscene happened. And now we're back into it. Like, good pacing should do this. I'm not trying to argue elsewise. But something about it didn't quite click for me. It might just be an absence of a positive, as Blade Table suggests. I don't know. Huh.
Something about him is familiar, but it couldn't be.
No, it's him.
Third formation! Onward for Alexandria!
It is him! The captain of the knights!
I love how all the units just self-destruct when they get below a certain health. That's also very Terralja.
Don't like the looks of this. Everyone, keep your guard up. Damn it! How do we bring him to his senses?
Beat the crap out of him. Plan A.
If he still remembers me, then perhaps.
Ah, could be. A little bit like. Plan E. Incredible Violet. Yep, it's friendship all the way down. You know what I think it is? Oh, sorry. I think it was too rushed. That's it. Weirdly enough.
Right, he's deactivated. It should be safe to approach.
And then he tries to kill us.
Otis! No! I remember you, Otis, so please remember yourself. You're a proud knight of Alexandria, a man who lives to serve the kingdom and its subjects.
Actually, yeah, Blade Table.
Otis!
Pray, stand back, Your Majesty. I am Sir Otis Bologna, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. Upon mine honor, you shall harm neither my fair queen nor our citizens!
Yeah, I was just looking at his wreck of a sword. So, sorry, you've already kind of figured out what I was talking about, but really think about this for a second. We had Erenville's personal arc, his connection with his mother, the revelation of them being from the other world, their history and backstory of what led to the Alexandrians being the way that they are, the nature of the regulators and what they do, and the memory eraser, the local people who've adopted and adapted to the fact that it's been 30 years, which is a new separate thing. Then we have the connection with Otis. Then we have the connection with the kid. And all of that's on top of all the reasons we're over here. Oh yeah, also Kryl with her thing. Like, there's too much. There's way too much going on here. And it's that's what I mean when I say it's too rushed. It should have had time to breathe and really work through it. So yeah, in other words, put simply, axe Texas completely. Go pretty much straight from the, alright, we're going to head north to go visit, you know, his people. And then something comes rushing through, and then we're just right into it, right? Use that extra time. However, I do still think I agree with the crowd. We'll go ahead and call that an absence of a positive, because while I do think that is a failure state, it's not terrible. It's not like I didn't enjoy this part of the story. Honestly, it could be Redentorov. I don't know. I also somewhat cynically wonder how much of this was in development alongside FF16. Yeah, it's the Bakul Jaja thing all over again. You know what? I love what they did with him, but man, that was just snap, and he switched.
Let's split up and deal with them.
Holding anything back, are we?
Say that. We've got a bunch of these. Come on. Oh my god, I'm like out of cooldowns. Let's start pulling this out. Good god, there are a lot of these. Thanks, Otis.
Behold! The blade work of a royal knight!
I mean, you try to make two full productions simultaneously, Giga. I actually know what that feels like. Doable.
So many! This is going to be tough!
I'm only able to get one of these. Maybe? Maybe? Okay, I got... I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't. I couldn't do it.
Not good. At this rate...
Upon mine honor, we shall weather this storm! Now, lay the fiend low!
Got a timer. Cool.
cannot yield, even should it cost me my life.
Diner, don't die.
Otis!
This is a lot of lightning either. A lot.
My queen. My human heart.
Otis. Thank you, Lord Captain, for the delicious repast, for everything.
The old units do not have regulators. Their souls cannot be recovered.
Yeah, that's called death.
He is gone. The Otis who so valiantly fought for us. I'm truly grateful for your help. Would that I had the time to thank you properly. But I'm afraid I cannot linger. There are urgent duties I must perform.
Hey, wait!
Seriously, stop burning out your own drones. God, those don't grow on trees.
Is everyone all right?
We're fine, but Otis is...
So he's the one who was looking after Galulja.
Thanks to you, Solution 9 has been spared the worst. But the situation on the other levels is grim. We're currently assessing the full extent of the casualties. In the meantime, could you help us treat the wounded?
I wonder if his soul goes to the live stream, considering. Like, it is still a soul, right? So logically it would. Second time we've heard this song. That's 2 cities attacked by the same guy. Sure. He's still bent on surpassing, but why the massacre? I know we can only guess at his intent, but his obsession must be strong indeed to endure 30 years. Yeah, that's no good. I thought he mentioned they manually dumped his soul into the body. That's why the death of the body would be death permanent. mean, it doesn't matter one way or the other. As like I said, I was just curious if the Otis we were just talking to goes on to the live stream or not. Because it's entirely possible the answer is no. Sorry, I'm debating. It's a lot later than I thought. Yeah, exactly, Blade Troll. This is a really bad time to be approaching a dungeon. Especially a dungeon and a trial or raid or whatever right after it. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to reach the dungeon and essentially call it. And if we have people tomorrow morning, great. And if we don't, we have a lot of side quests we can push through. So I've been thinking, by wearing regulators, the people of Alexandria have been spared the fear of death. That's because the device not only resurrects you, it erases your memories of the departed. The very notion of dying would have become vague, if not forgotten. To be killed over and over, I can't imagine how traumatized the survivors are. Even if they're not physically hurt, they would still need care. At a time like this, the citizens need their queen to console them, but where's she gone? I don't know. There are other districts, so maybe she's checking on them. In any case, it's too much for her to handle on her own. I'm sorry, Blade Troll. Fife, be there? Follow-up question, will you be there tomorrow morning? Countless people will be distraught, and we ought to provide them with what comfort we can. So while she and her crew tend to the physical injuries, let's seek those who are in wounds emotional. Yeah, this is just really frustrating timing. I blame myself. I did the side quests for the Western Zone on camera. I shouldn't have done that. I know it was a request. I still shouldn't have done that. That wasted so much time. Like a solid 2 hours just running around doing nothing. We'd probably be finishing the trial right now if I hadn't done that. So I apologize. I will try to do as many side quests off camera as possible going forwards. That really is the correct call. I hate you too! Sorry. I know, right, little Billy? Never have I been so scared in my life. I died in an accident before, but it was nothing compared to this. To be killed again and again, it was a living nightmare, and the king was behind it. Since he suddenly appeared, he's done nothing good for us. He thinks only of war, ordering more soldiers be produced. Now he unleashes them on us. He's no king of mine, he's a murderer. And someone needs to make him pay. Yeah. It's over? I'm still alive? Thank goodness. It makes no sense. What right did the king have to destroy our lives like this? He's your king. No, Valerian. Pretty much the same approach as last time. So I'm not even going to unlock it. Not even going to touch it. Now, you want a hot take? ARR sucks! Wait, no, that's not a hot take. Here's one for you. Wrath of the Lich King is not that good of an expansion. That's actually a hot take. Most people don't agree with me on that point. You're fighting with Queen's Fiend, aren't you? Are the rumors true? That Her Majesty isn't a living person? And her body is elsewhere, in the cloud or some such, and she uses a special power to appear? I've always wondered why Alexandra's never questioned her true nature, but now I think I understand why. She personally fought to protect us. That's enough for me to know she's a worthy ruler. Let's put a pin in that, huh? Wuklamont is better than Lys, though. And I don't really hate Lys all that much. Hell, I even gave Uklamat a negative. That's a good question, Ina Michelle. I don't know. Yeah, I got a hot take. The opening music of Enterprise sucks! Wait, that's not an hot take at all. No, I think several people cherry-pick Wrath, and that's why they think of it so fondly, because there are individual moments and bosses and characters which are actually very good in Wrath, and there are. It is also, in many ways, the conclusion of the story that was left off at Frozen Throne. So a lot of people enjoyed that conclusion of Frozen Throne, right? Because for those of you who don't remember, Frozen Throne ended on a freaking cliffhanger. So, yeah, I vibe that. But, then there's the rest of Wrath. Yeah, we also learn a tremendous amount about what exactly the Scourge are and how they operate, and it's exactly as horrifying as it should be. Exactly, Rand 36. It seems like things are under control, while Alice and the others are still out there. I couldn't help but worry about Galulja. He hasn't uttered a word, and small wonder given his ordeal. I'm gonna go talk to him about everything. Bright as he is, there's no use hiding it. He'd eventually find out, and that hurt him more. Very well. Above all else, he needs to know he's not alone. Oh god, are they gonna play that song in this? Sven's gonna be like, oh, I'll kill you all, and then You're Not Alone plays. I mean, most people like cheesy fun, Ross, myself included. There's nothing wrong with not liking cheesy fun, though.
Are you alright, Galulja?
Lots of people are dead because of my father, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's...
And Otis. He's gone too, isn't he?
I'm sorry.
My father is a bad man. That's why you're going to kill him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetheart. Look.
Forget it. I don't care anymore.
Huh.
Listen to me, Galulja. You're right. We're going to confront your father. He invaded Tulihyolal and hurt my people. As vow of resolve, it's my duty to bring him to justice.
Don't you think of him as family anymore?
No.
After the attack, I was filled with rage. I told myself over and over that he's no brother of mine. But it isn't so simple. No matter what I feel or say, all those years I spent striving to live up to his example, they won't just disappear. What's more, it's because we're family that we have to correct each other when someone goes astray. That's why I must confront my brother, like your grandfather did, even though it cost him his life.
But Otis is gone now. If my father was gone too, then I'd have no one.
What are you saying, Galulja? Take a look around.
You have us, Galulja. All of us. We'll be with you. Through thick and thin. You're not alone. You'll never be alone again.
That would have been the time to play the song game. Just saying. No need to name the song, just have it playing in the background. By the way, 24 years ago today, Final Fantasy IX came out in the States. Totally planned that. Get some rest, Galulja. You've been through a lot. I do feel sleepy. There's room in the back you can use. Thank you. The things I would say to Zoralja as a mother. I'd better not get started. Simply thank you. We wouldn't have gotten through this without you and yours. Until the others return, you ought to take what rest you can. It isn't over, after all. Please, feel back room. Yeah, your connection's going bad. Fuzzy image, you say? Is it still happening? Well, it's an old war thing. Just bound to be a few hitches. Nothing to worry about. Progressive maintenance. Whap! Huh. Had enough rest, have you? Let's round up everyone. And I'll switch to culinarian. During a competition with Zoralja, he bade Wuklamad come to the tower summit. Problem was the elevator's been locked down due to the state of emergency. One moment, please. We've been working on lifting the access restrictions, but frankly, it's not looking promising. Are there any other ways we can get to Zoralja? We believe so. The Warrior of Light can put you on his back, and carry you all the way up. As you know, Solution 9 occupies Everkeep's 9th level. The summit, meanwhile, is the 12th. The map appears to be cut off. While the King and Queen's residence is believed to be located there, the details are highly classified, hence the lack of map data. We'll just toss her. We do, however, have reliable intelligence concerning everything up to the 11th level. What is this place? This is Origenics, the facility where souls are separated and refined for use. The process begins at the base with the extraction of souls from regulators and fiends. Souls are then transported up the etheric separator where they are cleansed of memories. Finally, they are packed within soul cells for distribution. 12 for Fen. They've recreated the process by which souls are broken down in the ethereal sea. An affront to nature, I know, but ethical discussions must wait. The salient point is the facility extends vertically from the 1st to the 11th level. Now, Zoralia intends to strengthen himself with people's souls, as we strongly suspect. Yeah, I've noticed they really like the clenching fist animation and sound effect this expansion. This is a hell of a presentation someone threw together in a few minutes. The facility will be operated to process and transport the souls directly to him on the 12th level. In order to reach Zoralia, we must make our way through Origenics. Damn it, Pillars of Snow. As the facility sustains the Alexandrian way of life, the security will be extremely tight. Yeah, that's my job. Yeah, seriously, I got this. I bet Pillars of Snow. It was always supposed to be death. It's just, you know, issues. Hold it. Before you set off, I have to ask. Yeah, what's up, Aaronville? All this time you've known that Sphene is an endless, haven't you? No, Bledevall. Yes, we have. Why didn't you tell us? Honestly, it didn't seem relevant to the matters at hand. More complicated to explain than it was worth, and a distraction from our efforts to deal with Zoralia. Speaking of which, we should get moving. Those who are sallying forth, we gather in front of the tower. Uh-huh. I can count on you to provide support from here, right? Of course. Man, she obfuscates as hard as the frickin' Queen did. It's not the first time she's done that, too. Yeah, why don't we have the finger snap emote? Come on. We worked with him long enough, we can pick it up. Aaronville. I need to talk to you about... Never mind, I can't spit it out. I have no objections to remaining here. Someone needs to keep the Tuliolo info. Best of luck. Okay, bye. Oh, it's a store item? Screw that. Sorry. No judgment. If you want to spend real money on a game you're spending real money on. But nope. I did... You know what? Hang on. There's even a story behind this. Because I have this emote. Now, in my defense, I also got pizza out of that. Or rather, didn't. But, yeah. What's really funny is I bought the whales thinking that they would be good for the runs. Little did I realize how completely worthless they would be. Until, years later, a friend of mine actually picked up the game, and I ended up using that to carry them around. So I got some use out of the whale. That's the 1-5. Summit of Everkeep. Finally, we shall see what the clouds conceal. I'm coming too, of course. This is what I've worked so hard to be part of. I've spoken to Alphino. Apparently the dragons came to Tuliolo's aid. Yeah, it was great. You should have seen it. How did you see it? Anyways. Zoralia is no king. Not anymore. For the sake of Tuliolo and of the world! Let's put an end to it. Okay, give me a second, because I think we're about to unlock the dungeon. So, here's the Amazon pizza story in brief. So obviously there was a deal where you order pizza from, I forget whom, I think it was Domino's. And you would get a thing. I was like, you know what? I've been in the mood for pizza lately. Sure. So I went ahead and ordered the pizza and got my code and all that fun stuff. And I used to live at a place that had a little quirk. So there were these two apartment complexes right next to each other. And maps would depending on which map software you used, it would either say, this is the complex I live at, or this one is. I lived at this one, for reference. So sometimes people would come in and go to the other complex. Now, this was really normal to me. I had gotten so used to this that I had made it a common thing that I would just physically go out and meet people at the entryway, at the road that just comes into both apartment complexes. So when I found, when they're like, hey, your pizza's en route, I was like, cool, I'll just go ahead and head out to meet them and get my pizza. So I go out, and I'm just walking out there, and I'm watching them on the phone, and it's got that tracking, right? So it says they're over here, they're just down the street, and then they stopped, and like, for lack of anything else to do, I just kept walking out and out and out and out until I got all the way to the actual street. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking at the thing, and it says they're across the street down that way. Now, in the interest of fairness, it would probably be like a 20-minute walk, which is why I didn't bother. But it's like right down there, and then this way, and there was this giant Amazon warehouse and distribution hub, okay? And they were just sitting there in the parking lot of this Amazon distribution warehouse. And I actually texted them through the in app and was like, hey, I'm right down here. If you just go right down, just follow me. I'm standing here. I've got my suit and tie on. It'll be easy to identify me. No response. And so I waited and I waited and I waited. And eventually I got a sudden bing. Your food has been delivered. And because they have to give pictures at this point in time, they had a picture of just the pizza sitting on the pavement, the asphalt, in the middle of the parking lot at the Amazon warehouse. So whoever was delivering that did not do their goddamn job on any level and just delivered the pizza to the middle of the parking lot. For years, I've wondered what exactly happened to that pizza. Because I have this weird feeling, like, you wouldn't pick that up and take it, right? You're not just going to trust some random pizza there. So what happened to it? Like, at some point, someone probably picked it up and threw it away. But yeah, like, did some homeless person take... I have no idea. I will never know what happened to that pizza. Maybe the bugs got to it. Maybe a cat found it. I have no idea. I, of course, got a full refund immediately and downvoted the hell out of that deliverer and reduced their tip to 0. I was actually pretty pissed at the time. It's funny now. But, like, that was like, oh, it's here, and then I'd walked out and walked out and walked out and walked out and waited for like 10 frickin' minutes, and then finally it's here. I was not in a good mood, especially since I was also hungry. But anyways. Yeah, I even texted them, hey, I'm right here. Anyways. The entrance to the Origenics is located on the back of the Everkeep. You can reach it in the water. Yeah, I just... oh my god. That wouldn't even surprise me, Talia. I actually have really good luck with delivery people. But it would not surprise me if that was a bad egg. Just straight up took the food. That's why they sat in the parking lot. They sat there eating. Ate the pizza. Probably freaked out when they saw me leave the message. So dumped the box on the ground and said, I'm out, peace. I have no idea, of course. I'll never know. God, my mount is so slow. Yeah, what's really doubly funny, Tully, is I tip extremely well, because of course I do. Those people need all that money as much as they can. So that person just missed out on a fairly large tip, which went from however much it would have been to 0. So I hope the food was worth it. Ooh, that was weird. So we just have to make our way up. Seems nice and straightforward to me. 2 hours for a dungeon and a raid? Jesus. Facility for processing souls. As distressing as the concept is, I confess I'm curious to see the technology at hand. Visibility is quite poor, but let us trust our allies to ferry us over. Yeah, that's the sad thing, isn't it, Blade Duval? It might actually have been worth it, you know, even financially, to get the pizza. Which is sort of gross when you think about it that way. I will now explain how this mission will unfold. You'll do a dungeon, then you'll do a raid. Uh-huh. You know, that's a good point, Reggie. I'm glad they refunded you. So we'll strike down any foe that bars our path. Yeah, it's my job, I get it. Yeah, it's one of those weird things, isn't it, Talia? Money's tight for everyone. It's one of those unique aspects of economics. When money is tightest is when you have to spend the most. That's true on a national level as well as on a personal level. It's worth noting you need to spend carefully and precisely. You don't need to just throw money out the window. But it is an economic truth. You know, everyone's doing badly, so we should all... Please don't give me money. But it's legitimate, right? Like, we're all doing badly, so we cycle money through each other, which helps keep us all going, right? It's a weird reality. And again, at a national level, that's extraordinarily true. The worst thing you could possibly do if you're a nation that's doing badly financially is to stop spending. Your economy will implode. Greece! Excuse me, if you try to do something like that. Wow, Ina Michelle. Yeah, tipping culture is irritating. Don't mistake me, I'm a big tipper, and I am. But the reason I'm a big tipper is because I understand how broken the system is to begin with, right? Like, the people need those, like Talia, need those tips because they're not paid to begin with, right? If people were taken care of properly, tips wouldn't need to exist. They have to exist because that's how those people make their frickin' money. Ridiculous. No, Ross, what happened? Yeah, exactly, Andre. If companies just paid their freaking workers, you wonder why I'm so pro-worker. It's because I am one. God. Frankly, most of us are workers. Yeah. You're probably wondering why I'm picking on Greece. So, a couple years ago, I was really curious, because obviously the Greece economy was terrible, and arguably still is. And so I was really curious why, because Secret of the Stars, right? You learn what not to do by looking at something that messed up everything. And good God, they really did mess up everything. Like, top to bottom. And then, you know, I've kind of kept my ear to the ground for Greece ever since, because they're hilariously bad at managing them. They're still having issues. I mentioned earlier the idea of tourism, right? Tourism being a good way to generate money. There's actually a pretty big caveat on that, because tourism obviously brings in a lot of money if you have no resources to export. but it requires a fairly large investment in the service industry. You need people to be there to wash clothes and give massages and clean the rooms and cook the food and serve the food and all that, right? If you push down on the people that sustain your tourist industry, Greece, then what you have is a flagging tourist industry, because people will go elsewhere because there's better other places to go where they'll actually be treated right by people who aren't miserable in their jobs because you're not paying them properly. This is not presumption. We have evidence now that that's happening now. Yeah, Greece should be one of the tourism joints in the world. Instead, what's happening now is happening there. Sorry. I apologize. Rant off. Point being, I love Greek food. All right, you're kidding, Ross. I'll have to look into that. I'm going to go ahead and chop off here. We're at the dungeon. Yay. We'll be doing that when we're ready to tomorrow. We've got all kinds of quests here we can do, and we had a couple of quests in Solution 9 we can do. We want to get our flying unlocked and all that fun stuff. So we'll do that there. Oh, I love Greek food. Oh my god, a really good gyro with like a big old thing of proper thick tzatziki to dip in. Oh. Anyways, I'll see you guys.